Most people know mugshots are public record in Idaho, but one Boise lawmaker is hoping to change the way booking photos are used for nonviolent misdemeanor crimes when the person involved is experiencing a mental health crisis. Our Nicole Camarda outlines the bill introduced inside the State House and the reason it was drafted.
Mugshots. We've all seen them posted on social media, but the impact this might have on someone who is arrested while facing a mental health crisis is not always apparent. Based on a personal event in her life, Democratic Representative Brooke Green brought forward a bill to change the way agencies handle booking photos in certain situations to help reduce the stigma around mental health.
You should not have to find yourself and your future ruined because somebody captured your worst day and put it on film.
Representative Green introduced legislation aimed at protecting booking images or mugshots for people who within 24 hours of booking have been detained or hospitalized for mental health purposes.
We want to be able to provide people an opportunity to get help and not have to worry about the potential of a mugshot that captured in film one of their worst days and then use that for entertainment purposes. Those mugshots should not be on the website. They should not be available via public records. It really should be about giving these people the ability to get the help they truly need.
The bill is specific to misdemeanors for nonviolent crimes like trespassing or disturbance of the peace. Green says she brought this bill forward in honor of her best friend who died by suicide 2 years ago after her mugshot circulated on the internet.
Her mental illness became present. We always told ourselves, friends and family, her mother and I, that it's going to be an arrest that finally gets her the help she needs. And sure enough, she did get arrested. And subsequently that afternoon or that evening, her mugshot, because she was a person of influence, was plastered on 6 media channels. And I looked at that and I knew at that point that that would be the last of my friends.
After losing her friend, Green got to work on drafting legislation. Similarly, during Governor Little's State of the State address at the start of the session, he emphasized investing in behavioral health in Idaho. He plans on investing $50 million for resources like behavioral health clinics, psychiatric treatment facilities, and youth crisis centers. In addition, $4.4 million of that would be used to convert the state's suicide prevention line to a national mental health crisis line.
I won't bring my friend back, and I do this on her behalf. And I do this for everyone else who has to make those calls, because no one should have to make that call and know that potentially their need to get help for their loved one could potentially result in their worst day being captured in film.
The hearing for the bill is on February 25th. Nicole Camarda, Idaho News 6.
Instances like this are part of the reason Idaho News 6 shifted away from using mugshots last summer. We believe that mugshots do not add value to certain stories and oftentimes do more harm than good, like the situation we just shared with you. Our team is dedicated to using mugshots only when law enforcement is actively seeking a subject or additional victims in a suspected crime. The job of a journalist is to see the story through, and there are some crime stories that just don't warrant that, so why plaster someone's face all over the news? Our team has consistently held to our policy. In addition, we also have gone a step further and added an application for mugshot and article removal so long as it can be proven the crime is nonviolent in nature and the case was dismissed. For more information on how to apply, just visit our website.